Yamuna Tira Brahmachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashoda Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Brahmachari Yamuna Tira Brahmachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitya Gauranga, Nitya Gauranga, Nitya 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 Gauranga, Jaya Satchidananda, Jaya Satchidananda, Jaya Satchidananda Gaura Hare, Gaura 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 Hare, Bhakti Pavana Gaura Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitya Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Ashtottara Sadashri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada Anuga ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nittai Gaur Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 23, Text 15. Utsarpayam stutam murdhini krame naiveshya nihaspriha vayum vayu kshitau kayam tejas tejasi ayuyujhat. Reading from Canto 4, Chapter 23, Text 15. Please repeat if we have the verse with you. I don't know whether it's on the... Utsarpayam stumam murdhini kramena veshya nihaspriha vayum vayu kshitau kayam tejas tejasi ayuyajat. Reading word to word meaning. Utsarpayan, thus placing. Tu, but. Tam, the air. Murdhani, on the head. Kramena, gradually. Aveshya, placing. Nihaspriha, being freed from all material desires. Vayum, the air portion of the body. Vayu, in the total air, covering the universe. Kshitau, in the total covering of earth. Kayam, this material body. Tejaha, the fire in the body. Tejasi, in the total fire of the material covering. Ayuyujat, mixed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation: in this way, Prithu Maharaja gradually raised his air of life up to the hole in his skull, whereupon he lost all desire for material existence. Gradually, he merged his air of life with the totality of air, his body with the totality of earth, and the fire within the body with the totality of fire. Purport: when the spiritual spark, which is described as 1/10,000th part of the tip of a hair, is forced into material existence, that spark is covered by gross and subtle material elements. The material body is composed of 5 gross elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether, and 3 subtle elements: mind, intelligence, and ego. When one attains liberation, he is freed from these material coverings. Indeed, success in yoga involves getting free from these material coverings and entering into spiritual existence. Lord Buddha's teachings of nirvana are based on this principle. Lord Buddha instructed his followers to give up these material coverings by means of meditation and yoga. Lord Buddha did not give any information about the soul, but if one follows his instructions strictly, he will ultimately become free from the material coverings and attain nirvana. When a living entity gives up the material coverings, he remains a spirit soul. This spirit soul must enter into the spiritual sky to merge into the Brahman effulgence. Unfortunately, unless the living entity has information of the spiritual world and the Vaikunthas, there is 99.9% chance of his falling down again into material existence. There is, however, a small chance of being promoted to a spiritual planet from the Brahman effulgence or the Brahmajyoti. This Brahmajyoti is considered by impersonalists to be without variety, and the Buddhists consider it to be void. In either case, whether one accepts the spiritual sky as being without variety or void, there is none of the spiritual bliss which is enjoyed in the spiritual planets, the Vaikunthas or Krishnaloka. In the absence of varieties of enjoyment, the spirit soul gradually feels an attraction to enjoy a life of bliss. And not having any information of Krishnaloka or Vaikuntha-loka, he naturally falls down to the material activities in order to enjoy material varieties. Om Tat Sat. Om Agyana Timirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Minitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We are just reading a little bit from Prithu Maharaj's Going Back Home in this chapter. He's getting liberated, and beyond liberation he is going back to the spiritual planet Vaikuntha Loka. This is actually happening. Prithu Maharaj is being sent back to Godhead. This is a reality. We don't belong here. This is not our place. This we have to accept as a reality. This is not my place. I am only visiting here. I am only visiting here. And unfortunately, I am staying a little too long because of certain other factors like karma, my own material desires, etc. And as you stay more and more here, you become used to it. It becomes normalized. It becomes your reality. That's what has happened to us. We are trapped into a so-called reality which is not real. And we are normalized in that. Habituated to think materially, habituated to respond to material impulses. And in this way our consciousness becomes gradually material. And we believe in it. Krishna consciousness is about getting you out of that. It's a very deep illusion. It is very difficult for us to accept, believe in the fact that I am a spirit soul. I have nothing to do with this body. Asango hi ayam purusha. Asango hi ayam. I have nothing to do with this. I have no connection. Asanga. Asango hi ayam purusha. This purusha, this soul, who is now thinking he is the exploiter of matter and this body, actually he has nothing to do with this body, with this material situation. Very fantastic philosophical statement. Asango hi ayam purusha. To realize this, you may even study the whole Vedas, you may know all theory, but you may not have realization of it. That is another problem. Krishna speaks about such people, Vedavada rataha partha na anyad astiti vadinah. They read the Veda, they will chant the Veda, they will do everything, they don't know what's happening. Really don't know what's happening. After they chant and everything, they'll put on the TV or this thing, browse and smoke and drink chai. My duty is over. My Varnashrama occupation is over. I indulged in Veda, I taught Veda. Next I have to enjoy materially. There's no connection between what you said, which is mentioned in the Vedic scripture, and your own action. It's not connected. Not connected. So in this world, although you see religious people and religion and the external marks of religion, in terms of, tilakam and horizontal and vertical and, all dimensions you see, different degrees, 360 degrees and beyond that, people don't know the truth. That's also mentioned, that it is difficult to know what is really dharma. And all sorts of people speak about dharma. Some politician will speak about this, what it is. Somebody will say that you have to burn it down, you have to kill it. You are doing all these things to something you don't know. You're doing all these things to something you don't know. First get to know. If you get to know, you'll never do any of these things. Why? It is such a stunning reality. It wakes you up. You cannot afford to do all these things and say all these things. Why? It is part of you. It's part of you. You are the maker. You are the destroyer. This analysis, that's when a person becomes realized. He becomes realizing he knows the truth. And he can see it. He can work for it and he can get free from it. This is called Brahman realization. Self-realization. Brahma janatiti iti brahmana. A brahmana means he must know this. Prabhupada wanted our society to become a society of brahmanas. And he said it's got not according to birth. Nothing to do with it. It's about knowledge. It's about realization of that knowledge. That is called Brahman platform. That is described in the Bhagavad Gita very nicely. In that platform, what is the feeling and experience of the soul? He is in high bliss. Why? He is freed. Can I reach for the glass, please? Can the glass be kept in such a way I can reach it? I should know this much in human life at least. This is the height of knowledge. Brahma janatiti brahmana. Doesn't mean some caste of people called brahmanas who are like this, like that. None of these things are true. and you comment, debate on things that are not true. You don't know the real thing. Very clearly Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, this is a platform. You must come to this platform, then only you can get bhakti. Then only you can do bhakti. Then only you can actually relate with me. First you must become clean. First you must become clean to approach the Supreme Clean. That is mentioned very nicely throughout Prabhupada. Many of us don't understand it correctly. And Prabhupada said, all these things that we are doing is to become Brahmana. You will see he saying. And when he means the word Brahmana, it doesn't mean like ordinary people are using Brahmana. No. Brahmajanatiti Brahmana. One who knows the truth. Atatho Brahma Jignasa. Therefore, now that you are a human being, you must inquire into the truth. Brahman. Who am I? How am I connected with this world? What's happening? What is birth? What is death? These are all important questions. They are existential questions. If you don't ask this, you are considered to be an animal. This one you become animal. When you are animal, when you don't inquire about these things, human beings should inquire about all this and find out who am I, what's going on. If it doesn't do inside the human body, in the human form of life, then he becomes animal. Then he becomes animal. Very clear definitions. If you don't inquire, you are leading an animalistic life. If you inquire, then you will make progress. For that you must have a proper bona fide guru who knows. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. He knows, he will give you knowledge. It does not mean that because the Guru gives you knowledge, you will immediately become realized. It's not that. You have to do the work for it. Somewhere a default understanding you have, let me get initiated, after that I don't have to do anything. You're wrong. That's why it's called initiate. Beginning. The rest of the work only you have to do. For your kind information. It's only that he will set you on the track and go, this is the way. Initiate you, crank you, key you up and say, Punga. The rest of the work you have to do. Prabhupada gave the example of, I am only as a formality giving you a touch. It is your determination that is the initiation. You have to do the work. The responsibility and onus is on you. More than on me. I initiate you. I put you on the track. I give you the knowledge. I give you the tools. It's not that it automatically happens. One fine day I got wings, I got a halo around my head. My feet don't touch the ground anymore. Wow, it works. Please get initiated by him. It's not like that. It's not like that. You have to do the work. Why? You have to understand that you're spirit soul. That is the stage of being a Brahman. Prabhupada explained, ours is a society for make Brahmanas. Why? You'll be taught. You'll follow the sadhana. With knowledge, you can come to the platform of Brahman. A lot to do with your effort. After that, it's based on mercy. Krishna gives you mercy, only you get bhakti. It's a mix of these two things. A lot of work initially you have to do. Adhau Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Ata Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti Syat, Tata Ruchi, Ashakti, all these things together. And then Sadhakanam, Ayam Premna, Pradur Bhave Bhavet, Kramaha, Premna. The goal of life is to achieve love of Godhead. After you achieve the Brahman platform, it is not yet over. But one significant thing is over. No more matter. No more material influence. You become very light. This weight of material living, the weight of material baggage is very heavy. It makes you very dense. Doesn't allow you to open your eyes and see. That's why the Shastra says, Chakshurun militam yena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. Forcefully opens your eyes and says, see, that is His mercy, that He does it for you. But it's not that His mercy will work right up to the end. You have to seek knowledge, you have to understand, you have to practice. That little work you have to do. You may say, I am not educated, I am not very cultured. Nothing, none of these things are required. For chanting Hare Krishna, even initiation is not required. Chaitanya Charitamrita says, you use that chanting of the Hare Krishna to bring yourself up to the Brahmin platform. It will work on that also. That's why Harinam is Chintamani. Any type of thing it will do for you. You can chant Harinam and say, I want to become Prime Minister in the next election. It will give it to you. That's your foolishness that you used it like that. Because it's Chintamani. Everything it can give you, including the Brahman platform which is on the stage, which is one of the stations. After you come, that is why the Shastra says, Krishna mantra hoite pabe samsara mochana, Krishna nama hoite pabe krishnera charana. It makes a distinction in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishna mantra, if you chant, you will get moksha. You will get liberation, nirvana, like the Buddha is also talking about. Krishna nama, if you chant, you will get krishnera charana. You will get prema. You will get love of God. So what are we chanting? Mantra or nama? Why are we calling it Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? These questions you don't ask. That's another session. We'll talk about holy name. Why it is called Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? And why Prabhupada said, first initiation, get first Harinama. Very great genius Prabhupada is. So, it says that if you chant Krishna mantra, you will get moksha. You can take it that the same Harinama will give you moksha also. It can give you Prime Ministership, means why can't it give you moksha? It will give you moksha also. But that is not the end of the holy name. Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki. The holy name takes you beyond that. That's why Bhagavad Gita Krishna is saying, Sama sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. After coming to that Brahman platform, madbhakti labate means you will gain labam, param, beyond that. Beyond that. So bhakti is something that is completely by the mercy of the Lord only, not by your effort. To come to the Brahman platform, a lot of your effort is involved. It's not that Krishna's mercy is not required. It's required. But more of your effort. After that, if you desire, and if you want it, and if you work for it, and if you have the taste for it, then by Krishna's mercy you get bhakti. Bhakti is in the hands of Krishna. He doesn't simply freely give it to everybody. If you chant offenselessly, then you get that bhakti. You get that prema. So here it is mentioned that first stage is happening to Prithu Maharaj. He is leaving his body. And the different aspects of his body are going back to the same place they came from. Matter evolves. You have seen the creation description. From subtle to gross. Shabda, very subtle. Then from there comes, gradually you will see air. And then you will see water. Or the fire. And then water. Like this, in stages it will come down. To subtle to gross. So when a person gives up his body, each one of these elements, 8 elements, Bhinna Prakritir Ashtada, each one will go back to the total false ego, it will go into the false ego, the total mind will go into the total mind, like that. It will disappear into the totality. And the soul alone will go back. All this packing is not required for going back. This is all material packing. Subtle material packing, gross material packing will get absorbed in the material totality. And the soul alone will go back. Even Paramatma is not required in the spiritual world. Paramatma is a temporary assignment, Prabhupada says, to accompany the soul. He gives the example of an exhibition being set up by the government. And he said there's a special officer appointed for the exhibition. He sets it up, he manages it, he gets the revenue, he does everything, and then 2 months over, everything packed, gone. No special officer, no exhibition. So Paramatma is like a special officer. He came for this lifetime, he is with you, guiding you, everything. And then when the life is over, he is also gone. He is also gone. Again you take birth, again special officer will come with you. Paramatma. So nothing, you alone go back to Godhead. That is described here. The reverse of creation, like creation is evolution from the subtle to the gross, and when you die, it's like packing up from your body, everything gets absorbed and then you go. And there is a way for a person to go, especially if he is going to come back here. Take another body and come back. That is also described in the Bhagavad Gita by Krishna. Shukla Krishna Gadirhi Ete. If you pass away in the light, if you pass away in the darkness. Archiradim Gatim Vina. Krishna tells Arjuna, you are my devotee, you will not follow this path. Archiradim Gatim Vina. Archiradi. And he says, no, in another place, what is that? He says, I will come and take you. Forget the shloka. Krishna is explaining. Mrityu samsara sagarat. What's the shloka starting with? Tesham aham samudhartha mrityu samsara sagarat bhavamina chirat partha. Na chirat partha. For you that way is not there. Archiradim gatim vina bhavamina chirat partha mayyaveshita chetasam. I will personally come and take you. It's not through the regular route. You go to Yamaloka and get punished and then come back here. It's not that route. My route. I will come and take you and go. That's how Ajamila is taken. Dhruva Maharaj is taken. They are all not the regular routes of the light and the darkness. Krishna will assure Arjuna that you won't have to follow this because you are my devotee. He's telling that. So Prithu Maharaj is obviously not going through that route, although there's description of all this. He is being taken back by Krishna. These are all very amazing things. When you die, what happens to you? We don't care because I don't believe that I am not this body. But it will be a shock when you understand that, hey, I died here, I am still living. I am conscious. I have no body. Very horrible feeling. That's what is the meaning of a ghostly feeling. If you're not liberated yet, you'll feel no body, but I'm still existing. How it will be? That's going to happen to you. It's been happening again and again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. And because of that illusion, you forget it. No, this is only is real. See, this is real. This body is real. This life is real. See your mother, father, wife, children. And you get absorbed in that. You forget the reality. So we are under very strong illusion. First we must accept that. But since we are so much part of the illusion as though it is real, we cannot afford to indulge in the reality. The trap of material nature. That we must agree and accept first. I am trapped, I am jailed, I don't have freedom. This you must understand. You will understand this only if you know the real nature of freedom. That is described. Asango hi ayam purushaha. He has nothing to do with this, the soul. It doesn't belong here at all. It's completely apples and oranges. Very different matter and spirit. It doesn't mix here at all. But he's putting himself here and struggling. Karishyanti. Krishna is explaining that Karshati, sitting inside a Prakriti Sthani Karshati, situated himself inside Prakriti and grappling with that situation. Because it doesn't have this different nature than him. He is spirit, this is matter. And he thinks he is matter. So this is the biggest illusion. This bubble has to burst first. When it bursts only, you are in Brahman realization. I am spirit. Aham Brahmasmi. Then only you become really happy. Why? Because of your spiritual identity being discovered by you. It's a great discovery. It's like, you feel, Appa. You get relieved of the weight of material things that you're carrying. But Bhagavad Gita is saying that is not enough. That is only the beginning. Now that you are free from matter, now you make your real spiritual journey back to Krishna. So in this shloka, it's explained that from there, if you think that's all, if you will that, then you'll come down again. 99.9% will come down. Why? If you don't fix yourself in Krishna. Ye Arvindaksha Vimuktamaninas Tvai Ashtabhavad Avishuddha Buddhayah Aruhya Krichirena Tata Patanti Adaha Yushmat Angrayah. Aruhya Krichirena. You got up, you climbed up only to fall down. Patanti Adaha again. Why? Yushmat Angri. You did not get attached to the lotus feet of Krishna, of Vishnu. You did not get attached to him. You lost it. Because you cannot float around in space. Prabhupada called him an astronaut. He gave an example of an astronaut. He's going from here. Now we have Sunita Williams and somebody lost in space. NASA. They are not able to track them. They are somewhere. They are, for 30 days they have been in space. They are supposed to be for 10 days and come back. 30 நாள் எங்கே போயிட்டாங்க. They are not able to land back. And they're lost. How will you feel? How will Sunita Williams feel there? Will I go back? Will I not go back? I'm floating in space. வெளியிலையும் போக முடியாது. How will it be? You will just as what is mukti. புரியுதா? This is what is mukti. I cannot land anywhere. I cannot go. கீழே வந்த இடத்துலேருந்து திரும்பி போக முடியாது. This is mukti. If you don't fix yourself in Krishna, then you'll be floating around space. Prabhupada said that he has to land. Either he will land back here or he will land up in the spiritual world. நடுவில் இருந்துட்டு முடியாது. Scary. Very scary. So don't think mukti is something very great. It is a stage and you must aspire for it as human beings. Right? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Moksha is an essential portion of the human life. You must aspire for that. Otherwise, you are not a human being. You must understand, Dharma means execution of religious activity for the sake of reaching moksha. Artha, for living in this world and maintaining my body, I need some money, some artha of value, material value. Then only I can have a shelter, have some food and this thing for my children and everybody. Why? Because they all have desires, kama. Many material desires are there. Dharma, artha, kama. Afterwards you get sick of it and then utring moksha. This is how the process is. You can't be without desiring moksha. Mostly what we are doing now, no dharma, no moksha, only artha and kama. Make money, enjoy. But that also doesn't last properly and you don't know to do that also properly. Don't know how to enjoy properly also, you're materially. Very bad. Kali Yuga. They think they know and they're just suffering. The art of material enjoyment also you must learn. That also you don't know. Anyway, coming to the point is that Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. It is the aspiration of anybody to be freed from matter, finally. That's what makes him a human being. He asks questions to do that. How to do that? That is his question he must ask. That is the meaning of Atato Brahma Jignasa. You must ask questions. Can't be absorbed in day, eating, mating, sleeping, defending only. Then you become animal. So we have the opportunity of chanting Hare Krishna and taking ourselves to Brahman platform. And beyond that, continuing to chant Hare Krishna and get prema. And get love of God. This Harinama will do everything. It will do everything. Not it. He will do everything. It's a personality. It's Krishna himself. And he has appeared in that format which will very easily climb into your mouth. Just move your lips and your tongue. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So if you sincerely chant, knowing what you want, offenselessly chant, where I want to go. Harinama can give me prema, which is very high. I don't want mukti. Mukti swayam mukulitanjali sevate asman. Mukti is waiting at my doorstep, waiting to serve me, but I have no time to attend to it. Wait pannunga konjam. I am very busy serving Krishna. Bilvamangal Thakur is telling. Mukti swayam mukulitanjali sevate asman. Waiting. Sir, na mukti. உங்களுக்காக ஏதாவது சேவை பண்ண முடியுமா? கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க. I am very busy with bhakti. Muktir dadati karhichit smana bhakti yogam. Krishna will give mukti very easily to everybody, but bhakti, no. He will give very carefully. He will give very carefully because bhakti means he will sell himself. Are you able to handle that? That he will check up and then only give you. That is the topmost acquisition for the soul. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has explained this. This is the meaning of Sanatana Dharma. It's not about Brahmanism, were you born in a caste Brahmanism, that, this, ennalamo discuss pandranga. It's nothing to do with all these things. They don't even bother to understand properly. Everybody is commenting on somebody else's comment which is anyway boka, useless. Why are you wasting your time commenting on somebody which is... So many times they ask me comment, I say I don't have to comment on some nonsense. Comment on sense, I will do. Somebody did some nonsense, spoke about Sanatana Dharma, something. What is your comment? I have no comment. I don't want to waste my time. I will tell you what is Sanatana Dharma if you want. I don't have to comment on somebody else's comment. Somebody else's ignorant comment, I should comment on it. No, I will tell you what is Sanatana Dharma. It will automatically be a comment on the other one. I don't have to comment. Because I know what is Sanatana Dharma by reading Prabhupada's books. So we have the great opportunity to really know what is Dharma by reading these books. It's very rare. Most people don't get to know. Most people get to know. This is why you see people become dissatisfied with their own religion. Because I'm not able to study it, I'm not able to understand it, nobody teaches it properly to me. Nobody teaches it properly. There's no structure. But when I get to know and I study, I become very interested. Oh, I see all the people are so interested to go through the Bhagavad Gita course. My gosh, I never knew all these things before. You become so excited. And become so excited to practice it. Automatically you'll get excited. Automatically you'll become enthusiastic. Why? It's about you. Nobody told you about you. Nobody told you about this world and your connection with this world. Nobody told you about Krishna and your connection with Krishna. It's the first time it's being told. Such a person is called Sadguru. He is really bona fide. And they are very rare. Title alone does not matter. You should do the function of the Sadguru. Take him to Krishna. Lead him to Krishna. That is the real function of Guru. That is leadership. So, Prabhupada in modern times, he's explained very beautifully, using all the existing understanding of science, philosophy, everything, and he puts it into the Bhagavatam and the Chaitanya Charitamrita and the purports and explains. And he said, I have written for 10,000 years. All answers to questions that will come up in 10,000 years is there in my books. Advanced answers already given. That's why sometimes you don't understand. You don't understand. It will come very soon. So we must take the advice of such a person. He is not just an ordinary guru. He is, planned and written, and he said that you will not understand now. What I am giving you is so valuable that you may not know the value for it. But that doesn't matter, you chant Hare Krishna. You will understand slowly. He's a very advanced person and knows exactly what I need, has diagnosed my disease perfectly. This is the cure. You don't have to know how it works. It will cure you. Chant. You do this, you do this. Gradually we get to know as we realize on the track, oh, this is why Prabhupada is saying this. This is why Prabhupada is saying this. So, you must also understand that Prabhupada is a person beyond illusion. He's a Prema Bhakta. He's coming inside your domain and then giving it to you. And you may not appreciate it. First of all, you are fully in illusion. And he's கொஞ்சம் தட்டி எழுப்பி வாய துறடா கொஞ்சம் chanting பண்ண. It's very patient and very, very kind, very merciful. Downtrodden, very, very low people, he wakes them up and he gives them holy name. Gives them prasadam, gives them institution, makes a system and said, if you follow this, whole world will become Krishna conscious. He has set it up. Oh, not an ordinary person to do that. So we are very, everything that we need has been supplied by Krishna. That you must know. He's taken good care of you. Now it depends on you how you utilize the facility of human life, of the institution called ISKCON, of the association of devotees, and of the chanting of the holy name, of reading the Bhagavat. All these tools, how do you use it to your benefit and to the benefit of others? That will make the distinction between you and a conditioned soul. If you now don't do it properly, you are worse than the person who did not get it. You understand? You got it now. And now if you don't use it, that too, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, if you don't put it and take those hard decisions that are required for janmas together, which you have not taken those decisions. You have to take it now. And you should utilize, because the time is very great for that. It's coming easily. Why? Krishna has decided to give it easily. Prithu Maharaj Mari, idella wait pannittu irukka thevilla. That kala is different. All this will happen automatically to you by offenselessly chanting the holy name Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Holy name will give you mukti. Holy name will give you Krishna prema. Holy name will give you everything that you need. That's our process. So when you read Prithu Maharaj process, don't get confused. Oh, இப்படியெல்லாம் நான் ஒரு நாளைக்கு மெல்ட் ஆகி இதெல்லாம் வெளியில போய் நான் அப்படி தொங்கிட்டு இருப்பேன் எங்கேயாவது. You don't have to worry like that. You follow this process of bhakti that Prabhupada has given. And it is enjoyable, it is simple, it's easy to perform. That is why it's become easily acceptable. This is a religion that you will accept very easily. Christians will accept it, Muslims will accept it, people who are atheistic will accept it. It's very amazing, it's appealing to everybody. Appeals to everybody. Everybody likes it. Yesterday in the Rath Yatra, we were in front of the mosque and we greeted all the, heads there. And they were in ecstasy. They were holding my hand. We are all brothers. I said, yeah, we are. We are. I know that for sure. Somehow they were feeling very happy. And they offered to Lord Jagannath dry fruits, everything. And we distributed it to them. And I ate it and everything. They were amazed. Hindus in the Marina Pangla Abdine. We are not Hindu, Jandu, Bandhu here. We are Sanatanis. We are Mama Ivam Sajiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. That definition of Sanatana. I am eternally a servant of that Supreme Lord Allah. I don't mind saying it. Hum Allah ka amsha hai. I don't mind saying it. It's true that Allah only is called Krishna. Why don't we agree on this and go ahead? Why are we sitting up fighting on small things? First of all, let us know who is the absolute truth. This is illusion. This religion is also big illusion. That's why Krishna is saying, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam. Give up all religions and surrender to me. Because that is the real religion. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radhokshaje. Paro dharma is to understand this. Why fight with all of? We are all part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. I call him Krishna, you call him Allah. Somebody else can call him anything. Name doesn't matter. We should recognize that absolute Supreme Personality. Don't fight. The rest is all materialistic. This differences, fighting with each other and doing all this nonsense shows that you don't know the real purpose of religion. So we don't enter that. Anybody who is a spirit soul, we give him mercy. Whether it be a cat, rat also, we will give Mahaprasadam. We are all Mamai Vamsha, including the rat and the cat and the mosquito. We are all part and parcel of Krishna. This is the understanding from Bhagavad Gita. Pandita Samadarshana. This is what Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita. Every living entity. Aham bija pradapita. I am the seed giving father for every living entity. Not only human beings. Not only human beings. This is our philosophy. So I will not, I embrace you. I embrace a rat and a rabbit also. Why will I not embrace you? That's our philosophy. That's why it's amazing that the real meaning of dharma is being brought out in Prabhupada's books. And it is meant for everybody to live in this world peacefully with each other. With no bheda of any type, that you are this religion, that background, I'm American, you are Indian, I am woman, I am man, that. No distinction of any type, material. Everybody can be together. Live happily together, harmoniously. This is how Vedic tradition is. All the rishis and sages stayed in the forest. You think there were no tigers and wild animals there? They were. But they were respectful to the rishis and sages. They'll never attack them unnecessarily. They do their business, do business. They lived harmoniously. Even in the jungle with animals, you can live harmoniously. But in the city, it is more difficult to live. Deadly animals. Deadly animals. All rhinos with big horns. Dressed nicely with coat, suit, boot. Yesterday, I saw one guy, while I going to the Rath, there was a police escort for me, going deadly speed, cutting through the traffic, because they want to bring us on time. So we went through and we had a small minor accident also. And one man in the front, on his helmet he had two horns. Red, blue horns. It's just, and the helmet I think like a skull or something, like a demon it's painted. And this fellow in between the escort and this, he is coming in between. He thought that I'll go behind the escort. Hare, unakkilla escort, enakku escort. Nadula Varadan is keeping on horning. But I said, this is what demon is. He stands between you and Krishna. And he's making a mess. But yet, of course, he did not know what it is. He's a young man driving. He's looking very different because on top of the helmet is two horns like this. I thought, interesting example. Standing in between. So we should nicely understand, and it's so nicely explained in Prabhupada's books, and chant Hare Krishna, and this is great opportunity to go back to Godhead. Prabhupada has created this movement with a very lofty aim. Send everybody back to Godhead. Not to America, not to Europe for studies. I saw in front there, they're dreaming. I want to go to Britain, I want to go to this university, that university. Don't worry, we will solve your problem. We will take you there. Prabhupada, idella udunga. I'll take you back to Godhead. These are all nothing. It's a very huge program. And people are started going already. People are all being sent. It's a reality, it's happening. It will happen to you also. If you continue to chant Hare Krishna, devotees around you will chant Hare Krishna and send you back. Make sure you hear the holy name. It's an amazing institution. If you actually click it, this is what Prabhupada is trying to do. Send everybody back to Goloka. So very massive plan. If you actually examine it in terms of sending people back to God, it's in terms of me going back to God, huge plan. Huge plan. So therefore, we are very indebted to Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada for giving us all this information. And now we must practice it and we must preach it to others. Om Tat Sat. Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Nittai Gaur Premanande. Any question or comment? Yeah. Not fully by his own effort, but what 9 stages? Yeah, yeah. No, this is a different stage description, and that Brahmabhuta stage is different. Brahmabhuta stage is a station in your journey wherein you shed all material influences. You are not in the material bodily concept of life. You are above the three modes of material nature. That stage will come. Then you become fully free. Then you start rendering devotional service in the ripe mango stage. Till then it's kacha mango, pulicha mango, but mango. But it is devotional service. Prabhupada explained like that. It's a raw mango and ripe mango. Till then it is difficult also to do a little bit. This happens, that happens, all, but we manage to do it. The more you work in Krishna consciousness against the current, the stronger you become in Krishna consciousness. So that comes to the Brahman platform. But the Mayavadis also think in the Brahman platform, this is it, no more. Brahma Saukyam, Brahma Sayujya Mukti, all that they will talk about. They become merged in the Brahman and they are happy. That's okay. That's all I want. You can get stuck like that also. Brahma Sayujya Mukti in the Brahma Jyoti, or you can hang around like Sunita Williams in space and then fall down again back inside and become a great personality, Mahatma Gandhi, like that you may become. But you are a person who has fallen down from the Brahman state. Or you can actually increase and improve your bhakti and go ahead and take shelter of Krishna. So you read Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's a big topic. I just want to sow the seed for that in your head. It's an interesting topic. Yes. Well, Prabhupada has created a society of devotees, and you can mix with those who are very serious about Krishna consciousness. And in the association of devotees, everything happens. It doesn't happen outside the association. It's very important to have association of serious devotees. Secondly, you must perform your sadhana with great focus, interest, and discipline. And you must engage yourself in preaching Krishna consciousness to the extent you can. This is all we need to say. The rest will take its own time, according to how much you are not attached or attached or whatever it is. We don't know. That is too subjective to calculate and tell. Objectively, these are the things you can do. And if you do, that is a process. How, why, what, how does it click, what does it happen? That's too mystical also for us to understand. Faith itself is a very subjective thing. It's not so easy to understand it. But you can feel it. You can experience that my faith has increased. I no more have these type of questions. So it's the result of indulging in Bhakti Yoga, in Krishna consciousness. And from your own consciousness, you will feel that this is happening to me. You can measure your own inside. Feel the pulse. That's why you should mix with people who can help you to do that. Who are working on it seriously. And they may be having some mishaps, having some difficulties now. That doesn't matter. Seriousness, sincerity, all that is very important. So you should have association of such people. And it is not that Krishna consciousness is very hard. Oh, Hinduism is even more hard. Religion becomes even more hard. Right? It is made very simple, and the inner core element alone is being given to you without all the other embellishments. So you should grab it and you should do it. There's no question of thinking that it's not possible, becoming morose and all that. It's useless waste of time. It's just a mental trip. Just shake yourself out of it and loudly jump and dance and chant Hare Krishna, it will disappear. That's all. It's just a mental situation. Any other question or comment? Yeah. You should do hypnotic regression and get to know all your previous lifetimes. Then it will be easy to take decision. My God, now you know only your this lifetime. So that's why the decision becomes hard. It will become very easy if you know your whole history. How long you have been here, what all nonsense we have been doing for so long. When you get to know all that, definitely I should do this now. That's what happened to Chitraketu. Chitraketu was shaken into reality by Narada Muni and Angira Muni. And they called back his son's soul and put him inside and had him speak to Chitraketu. Yenda olagathil dhaan neenga irukkinga. I'll give you a span of the whole thing, an overview. Oh, you're not my father. So many fathers I've had like you. Why did you call me back here? I have nothing to do with you. Just imagine hearing this from your son. Of course, nowadays sons talk even without being in hypnotic regression. They talk all nonsense to their father, mother and all. Equally ignorant. Two ignorant people meet, they'll talk like this also. It's not a result of knowledge. But Chitraketu's son, Narada Muni and Angira will watch the reaction of Chitraketu. You are my son. I'm son only telling you. I am not your son. I am spirit soul. I don't belong to you. So he had a previous life little experience brought to him. So sometimes you don't know your history. How long you have been here. And how many such relationships you have had. And what have they actually contributed to you and your growth. Then you become a wise man. You must do this. This is called hard decision. The most hard decision of life. The moment you take that hard decision and stick on to this thing, you have made it. One big step you have taken. Otherwise, you'll keep on going yani kani chapapani, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, chatare shayanam, iha samsare, bahudustare, kripaya pare, pagi murare. Help me. Murari is helping you. He's showing his hand. Why don't you catch it? Help me, help me, help me. Putida, help me, help me. Why don't you catch the rope? Help me, help me. So you do it. Act on it. That hard decision in life we have to take. In some level and degree you must take. For somebody who is very addicted to drinking, smoking and this thing, he has to take a hard decision at one level. No more here, it's killing me. And I want to chant Hare Krishna, I want to be serious about spiritual life, I have knowledge. It's a hard decision. For somebody else who's drinking chai, coffee in a nice vegetarian house, but they're having small other things going on, hard decision for him also. For a small kid going to school, playing with kids and everything, hard decision for him to sit and chant Hare Krishna. But spiritual life is about hard decisions. It's not about nice, convenient, this thing. You're making a change. A change means hard decision. A change for your good. You have knowledge and you know it's going to do good to you spiritually. But why is it a hard decision? Because of attachment. It becomes hard because of attachment. So that is why a person who has become serious about taking hard decisions, only he should take initiation. When you interview people, we are asked to interview, I ask them, is he capable of taking hard decision, upholding your sankalpa? Whatever is required to take. You should see you have the capacity to take hard decisions and uphold your sankalpa, your discipline. It's not that you can't do that. You can't do that. You can do that with all your material things. I was investing in this, not proper return, so I changed here. Then I stopped investing. I was going there for treatment, now I don't go. I was going to the gym regularly, but I cannot do. All these things you can do with your material life. But you can't do this with your spiritual life. Then everything is gone. So spiritual life is based on gradually taking these decisions and moving up and becoming stronger and stronger spiritually. Don't let go of it, the momentum. That's why we have association of devotees who are also doing that next to you, and you also do it. You are studying in the college, this competition. This fellow is doing very good, that fellow is doing very good. I also should study. Because of competition, you will also do good. That's why your parents are putting school ku poda anga po. Automatically in that system you will work. You will feel inferior. You will feel left out. You will feel, odd one out if I don't do this. That system. So if you get into that system and then you also feel that I should not lose the chance. Dhruva Maharaj went back. This devotee went back. This happened. I should also go back. Then you will take hard decisions. If you keep yourself in a very safe material position, you will not be able to take hard decisions. That's why if you have very good karma, very difficult to take hard decisions. If you have bad karma, very easy to take hard decisions. Okay? I wish you all the best. Whether you're bad or good karma, you're a devotee. Krishna will help you. Take the hard decision. Om Tat Sat. Srila Prabhupada ki, Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Ratayatra Mahotsavam ki, Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki, Nittai Gur